Hi guys, Bamboo COC here. Welcome back to another video. So in this video I'm going to do a couple of attacks and I'm going to show off the heavy tanks. Um, so yeah, the heavy tank 900 oil and takes forever to train, but it does have 20,000 hit points, do 1,000 damage per second, and 2,000 against other tanks. It's a tank eater. And if you have the upgrade from your library, it'll also do splash damage. Which I have completed all my library upgrades, so it will do splash damage. So if there's a bunch of tanks or guys all together and it shoots, it'll kill all of them. So that's pretty nice. I don't usually use them just because of the training blessing factory units, and I don't want to wait that long. But I did train up 2 of them before I logged off, so I could make this video and show them. So we're going to try to not lose them. So I'm going to try either not to have to use them, or when I use my tanks, I'm going to try and get enough of a victory. Oh my god, this guy's worth 36 medals. I haven't seen an offer this good in a long time. So this looks like an excellent opportunity to use these tanks. So, alright, nice putting me on the spot here. So we'll drop the heavy tanks first, then all the other tanks. Okay, we'll drop a protect, and we will sick everybody on this first. So since this guy's worth so much, I'm going to go ahead and drop everything just to make sure I get my victory. And boom. So we got the Forbidden City out of the way. Next stop, Town Center. Hopefully my guys live that long. Level 30 generals fighting a maxed out base, it can be tough. So we'll freeze that. Looks like we're going to have enough to at least get, 14 medals or so from the quick victory. Well worth it. So the heavy tanks are really good. They take up a lot of troop space, but they're super strong. It's unfortunate I'm not going to be able to keep them after this raid, but that's okay. It was worth it for all these medals. So we'll have everybody come out here and try and get this oil before we finish up. All we have left are 2 regular tanks and my mercenary fire tank. So hopefully that's enough to get the oil, because he's got almost 6,000, and that's a pretty hefty amount. Alright, we're on it. I think we're going to be able to get most of it, if not all of it. So that's a pretty surprising first attack. Nice to see somebody worth more than 1 medal. It's super rare. Alright, boom. Got a lot of that oil. That's pretty sweet. So yeah, I guess that's it then. And yeah, plus 14 medals, so that's like 14 normal attacks. So it was definitely worth dropping the heavy tanks and the merc. Unfortunately, you guys didn't really get to see much from the heavy tanks there, so sorry about that. I'll try again next time to use some more of those so you can see kind of a little bit better how they are. Okay, so training up a new army for now. Generals all need time. We're going to need to train some more war tactics. Yeah, I don't have any trade goods right now either, so we're going to just farm a few medals, I guess. So the overwhelming response in the comments about whether or not I should try out Korea was not to do it and to stay French. And that's kind of how I feel too. I feel like the French are super strong with the training blessing. And, I think that's probably just the smartest way to go, is to stay French. But, at some point I may throw down and try out Korea just for a little bit anyway. I might switch back after. I guess it just depends if I feel like, buying crowns or not, which at the moment I don't. So yeah, we'll see. But we'll do a couple more attacks for now. Looks like we got some heavy Gatling gunners from my guy Elvis. Appreciate that. Always nice to be in an alliance where you get good troops donated. So that is definitely awesome. Alright, so we're back over 2,400 medals now, so the bonus is slightly higher every time I win. I saw one of you had figured out that if I used all tanks, I would actually lose food as I gained medals if I didn't steal any. That almost never is the case, though. especially now that I'm over 2,400 again and the bonus is 70,000, 70,000. But usually I get some food also. So this guy doesn't have much, but definitely an easy trophy to snag. So yeah, we'll just drop our tanks and go ahead and take them out. Alright, the wall breaker made it through. That's pretty amazing. And the tanks are in. So we're going to take out the town center. And then I definitely want to get the trade goods here. You can see that this thing is super filled. So we're going to drop our loot guys, motorcycle raiders, to steal some of that cider. And yeah, the only thing left of any use is the oil. So we'll try and get that too before we go, if possible. We still have all 10 tanks left, so we should be able to get at least some of this oil before they get sniped down. I think these tanks have run over every possible trap at this point. Alright, so we're on the oil. We're going to probably get all of that. And we got the trade goods. We got the victory. That's really all we can hope for this raid. Okay, beautiful. Looks like my last tank almost got all of it, so perfect. We got a diamond, 3 cider, a metal, 2 fur. I need to do quite a few more raids like that right now. I'm really low on the trade goods. Also, I couldn't help but notice in the comments, somebody asked if I was living with men because of the noise that you heard in the last video. So I have a Mastiff, which is a giant dog. He's about 140 pounds. And I also have 2 cats. And normally they get along pretty well, but sometimes Zeus will chase around the cats and they make a little bit of a ruckus. So that's probably what happened. It seems like every time I try to make a video, the animals in the house decide to have a death match. So yeah, but you know, figured somebody would appreciate the explanation because I'm sure it did sound pretty weird. Okay, man, I really hate this finish option that they threw on here. I keep accidentally wanting to hit it every time, and it's like about to cost me some crowns, so that's no good. Speaking of, I need to go ahead and get this Brandenburg Gate working again. Alright, that's working. Used up some of my food. So annoying. So I noticed they added an option to retrain your previous army afterwards, after every attack. So I'm going to show you what that looks like after this next attack. I think it's still kind of broken. I don't think it works very well just yet, but okay. So we're going to do this attack. I split up my tanks this time. I sent 7 of them toward the town center, and I just dropped 4 of them to kill defenses at the top so that they would stay closer to the Forbidden City, which is what I need to kill in order to get the win. And I'm dropping my 5 Gurkhas up there too. Or not Gurkhas, you know, whatever they're called. Soldiers, Fusiliers, shock infantry, who knows. Alright, so we got our victory. He does have a little bit of oil. It's pretty well protected, but I'm going to send everybody toward it anyway. Can't hurt to try. He also has quite a bit of food, so we're going to go ahead and drop our motorcycle raiders on one of the mills and farms. Resources. A little bit of lag here, not really sure why. Well, we broke through the wall, going for that oil, being chased by about 1,000 foot soldiers on defense. Fortunately, their knives don't do much against a tank. So that's pretty much the best we're going to do. Our tanks are gone. So we got a little bit of it. And you can see the bonus is up to 70,000. So after you do an attack, if you want to retrain the exact same army, you just go to your barracks and hit this little button, Retrain. And it'll ask you, do you want to retrain the troops you lost? 1 wall breaker, 4 of the motorcycle guys, 11 tanks, and 5 soldiers. And that's the total cost of food. So, boom, we're going to retrain it. Now, sometimes it works perfectly. Some of the time, it doesn't disperse things correctly. And also, I noticed that the last time I tried it, before I had the training blessing, it had 1 tank working, and it said it was going to take over 2 weeks to finish. So that's obviously some kind of a bug. So I just deleted it and remade it, and it worked fine in like 3 minutes. So that's something to watch out for. I think it's important that you check your barracks and make sure they're training the troops that they're supposed to, because everything's just not working perfectly in this game just yet. But they definitely are making it better. They're making the right steps to fix the problems. So that's nice. Okay. Looks like we can do one more. So here we go. Industrial age, 105. No oil, no loot, no trade goods of any relevance. Time to skip. Yeah, not worth it. Also, I know some of you in the comments have been asking to see me use those saboteur troops. I'm gonna do that eventually, maybe after I upgrade them to the maximum. They're not super strong yet, and really they suck. But I will try to show you in a video. Although the next thing I'm gonna make an effort to do is show you the heavy tanks a little bit better than I did this past time. It's so crazy, like when I'm not recording, I'll make a heavy tank and I'll end up wiping out 4 or 5 people in a row and keeping the tanks alive. And then of course, when I try to do it on video, I end up finding somebody worth 36 trophies and being forced to drop everything just to get the win. But, you know, it was worth it. Just didn't let me really show off the tanks the way I wanted to. But they are good, and I think they're worth the giant troop space that they take anyway. So I'm upgrading one of my generals right now, and pretty soon he'll have a tank. So, you know, that'll be awesome. I love these max walls, how they look. Definitely discourages me from attacking. Hey look, this guy's Koreans. I like how his little town center looks. I think I'm going to attack him just because he's a Korean nation, and I haven't done that yet. So we're going to drop everybody right here. Boom. And that. Alright, we broke into the gate. We're taking out all these Korean soldiers and defenders, going right for the town center. Here comes a heavy tank on defense. Those things just annihilate my tanks. It's so brutal. A base that has that by the town center is really hard for me to rush with tanks. We're going to try and get this oil before we head out of here. So send everyone that way. Those motorcycle raiders do so much more damage than the other tanks do. And we're going to just try to pick off some of these trade goods if we can. My soldiers went for the hanging gardens instead. Yeah, they're retarded. That's alright. So we did get the win though. Got 800 oil. Definitely worth it. Alright. And we're going to hit retrain. Try and get everybody back. It's working okay for right now. So that's nice. It definitely is an easier option. Especially if you got some complicated army, you can't remember what you used, but you liked it. I like that feature for sure. So mess with that. So next video I make, I will use some of these saboteur guys. Maybe I'll just do a couple raids with all factory units and see if I can make that work. Just make like 3 heavy tanks and then the rest machine gunners and saboteurs. Let me know if that's something that interests you guys, but maybe I'll do that before I sign off today. Get ready for the next video. So I appreciate you watching, and it looks like I'm going to stick with the French for now. And as usual, I'm doing my best to keep upgrading things. Once this is done, all my factory units will be stronger, and that'll make it even better. So I'm working on that, and I'll be back tomorrow with a new video. See you guys.